was out of character. He was pushing the issue, and he wasn't himself. He went in there in front of his home crowd. He tried to press early, got caught with the big shot, and we know the result. That he needs to understand who he is and be that person all the way through.
Look, everything we go through in our career is just an ingredient to make us humble. That's all it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we return to the action here inside Resorts World Event Center in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. Our judges at ringside, Chris Migliori, Dave Moretti, and Ricardo Ocasio. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Robert Hoyle. Introducing first, out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 141.6 pounds, wearing black trunks with gold trim. He brings a record of 15 victories with 5 defeats, 3 draws. 9 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Buenos Aires, Argentina, Nicolas Pablo Demario. Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 142 pounds, wearing blue trunks with white trim. He brings a record of 19 victories with only 2 defeats. 9 victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of the Bronx, New York, by way of Isabela, Puerto Rico, Josue, the Prodigy Vargas.
Okay, we went over the instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. Any punches that land on either belt line is a low blow. Obey my commands, no rabbit punch. Touch them up, scoot back. Come on, Ron.
Josue Vargas said, look, I understand. I was out of character the entire week. I wanted to show out for my fans, and I made a mistake against a southpaw with power like Jose Zepeda. Tonight's a different story. I'm going to stay within myself and prove to everyone that I'm a boxer. I wasn't ashamed of what happened. I went straight in my gym with my head held high because this is boxing, and the greats have all lost.
That's a great mindset for Vargas, but it's also a great lesson. You have to be who you are. Everybody may not like you. Everybody may not agree with your approach, but you can live and die with the fact that I was myself, whether I win or lose. But it's real difficult to deal with when you know that you tried to please the people and it caused you to get knocked out in the first round, which is a major setback to Josue's professional boxing career.
Well, I like the way Josue is approaching this first round. He said in a fighter meeting that he came out a little bit too fast, looking for the target. Right now, what he's doing, he's taking a look right now at Demario from the outside, boxing well. So at the end of the day, I mean, what can we learn from our mistakes? You can learn the answer and the solution to our problem.
Watch the feet, watch
That's what he can do. That's what he's doing right now.
Said he couldn't watch.
And this is who he is. This is his nature. This is who he is. A good boxer, technically sound, a guy who starts slow and picks it up as he goes. And I also think he misread Zepeda. You know, Zepeda's soft-spoken, and he can, you know, kind of give off this aura as if he's just, you know, not really there, and he's not really doesn't have a killer instinct. And I think Josue misread that, and it backfired for him in that fight.
Absolutely. He says it was just 3 weeks ago that I could finally watch the entire fight. I would watch the beginning of it and pause it right before that first knockdown came. And now he says, I've been able to process it and I've learned from it. So far, so good early on here in the first round of this scheduled 8-rounder for Josue Vargas. Good punch variety. Right uppercut, right jab from Vargas.
That's a fake.
That's what I want to see. I want to see him take one right on the chin. You know, you don't know what you can take after being brutally knocked out like that. You definitely ensure yourself mentally going into a fight. By the 4th round, he'll be a little bit more acclimated, I think. And if he doesn't go down from a punch from Demario. I think he can cruise to victory. I think he's just a better boxer tonight.
Demario coming off of a loss to Jonathan Ennis in Argentina and a draw before that after a 4-fight knockout streak. So he's got power in both hands, and he's fulfilling his lifelong dream of fighting in Las Vegas.
He's just got to land that power, Bernardo.
And Jose Vargas making it hard enough early on with his good movement and jab. Hilario Vargas, his father, with the instructions.
That was some boxing, all right? All right? Let's get that raw sword. Let's get that raw sword from the last fight, right? Let's forget about guess what? Small boxing wins the fight. We ain't gonna try to bang with him, all right? You see the way you're doing, keeping your jab after you feel with the combo? It's 2s and 1s. Don't throw 3, 4, 5 combination. Keep it just like that. Go around him. You see how he is? He's not even standing right, okay? Use your face so that come with your jab. When you feel 1, 1, 2, make sure you bring his hands up. Jab here. Stay here in your back leg a little bit, okay? Here's your feint. Good work. Good work. There's some boxing lesson here. Let's show what you made of, all right? All right? Yeah. Good work. Listen to this. Don't lean in. Don't pick up this leg too much to throw the jab. Short, right? Short. Nice and short. Okay? Nice and short. Don't jump into him. Seconds out.
Thoughts on the instructions from his father, Dre?
Well, they've learned the lesson. You know, they don't have him running out there fighting fire with fire. He seems to be back to his roots and back to what he's always known, which is box first. And if you see a good shot, go for it.
Trying to dig to that body with a long left was Josue Vargas. Sticking to the script, part of the mistake that he made, he said, was not listening to his father. Everything that Zepeda did that night in those 95 seconds was everything his father told him he could do to him if he made a mistake, and that's what happened.
You got to give Zepeda credit, too, because he was in hostile territory. He had to deal with a lot the week leading up to a fight, which is what fighters sign up for. You never know what you're going to get from an opponent. And he stayed composed. He also pushed back when he needed to. And when he got in that ring, he was ready. He didn't allow Vargas to jump him. He didn't allow the crowd to get under his skin. And he landed a beautiful shot that caused all the trouble for Josue Vargas.
Well, that looked like a headbutt.
No knockdown.
Yeah, no knockdown as the glove of Josue Vargas touched the canvas. Great catch there by referee Robert Oil.
A little bit of ring rust on Josue Vargas. Look at that shots. He's getting hit with shots like that. Shots that he normally don't get hit with. You know, that's how you can tell when a guy, his timing is not there. Plus, I'm looking at the way he's shooting his shots. They're not as quick and sharp as I normally see it. Look at that right hand. That left hand he just threw down to the body. A lot of time in between those punches.
He's looping his shots right now. And it's that question of how much do you want to take away from him in terms of his father saying, just don't throw 3, 4 punch combinations. What if he's comfortable and he feels he's better throwing 3 or 4 punch combinations?
Well, it's all about.
Yeah, I think you got to flow. Right? Now, I think what his dad is saying is don't throw anything more than that now. Like, let's, you know, get to the 5th, 6th round, and then we'll open up. So I think that's what his father's saying. And Josue knows his dad's language, and they speak the same language, so he understands.
Yeah, he's telling him don't take any risks right now. There's no point in. Just stay behind your technique and your jab and your fundamentals. Let this guy make mistakes and make him pay. Don't get careless. And when the time is right, we'll be able to attack.
Holding. Stop. I got you.
Because Demario's the toughest guy to fight on the way up. He's awkward, he's long, he's wild, unpredictable, and he can punch.
But not if Josue Vargas is on top of him as he is there, not allowing the offense of Demario to come forth.
Typically, they get activated when you've been out of the ring for some time. It's about the 4th round. That's when you start really warming up and feeling yourself. You took the guy's best shot. You felt him when he was strong. And
you see the work to the body now from Nico Demario. Yeah. And a right uppercut.
Listen, relax yourself. You overcome your shots. Relax yourself. Take a deep breather. you launch, don't launch in. You launch in too much with the jab, okay? And then you pull him back. Don't pull back. You jab right there, you play your defense, all right? Pull back. He's slow.
Tim, you were talking about the punches you're not used to seeing from Josue Vargas. Let's walk through exactly what were you talking about there in that second round.
I told you I could see the ring rust. You know, it's all about timing. When you're loading up with shots and you're missing, that shot right there, I mean, that's a shot. I mean, what was that punch there for? There was nothing there. I mean, it should have been a straight left hand, but it's slow, it's wide. You see him open for the uppercut, lunging forward. And that just doesn't say, that's not Josue Vargas, honestly. Let's get to the fourth round. Once he starts warming up, and then I'll be able to assess him.
A quicker fighter, a more dangerous fighter might have taken advantage of a situation like that, gone over the top or with an uppercut and countered Josue Vargas. So let's see the adjustments that Vargas is able to make here in round 3 as he continues to come forward now and putting combinations together.
Now he's piecing them together. Now they look smooth.
Oh, right uppercut, and he gets clipped and dropped with a right hand from Nico Demario.
It was off balance.
5, 6, 7.
It was off balance.
Come to me. Come to me.
Off balance, but it's going to take him to a dark place, Dre. Let's see how he reacts.
Yes, it is. Let's watch him.
Demario getting confident here. He lands a nice short left hand. Nice left by Vargas.
That was a beautiful left hand. Got his lead leg outside, straight down the middle. Beautiful.
And because Josue's been there before, right? He's not rushing now. He's still composed. He doesn't seem to be hurt. If that was a clean shot, we got to watch the replay. That was a flash knockdown, meaning he wasn't that hurt. And you see him responding well at the moment.
Maybe Demario will able to open up a little bit as he takes the glove and rubs the face of Vargas.
No. That's it. You good? You good? All right. Time in.
See, Demario just lunging in. Demario came some kind of jab to keep Josue occupied upstairs. Then he'll be able to dig downstairs because that's where he needs to hit, downstairs.
Vargas turns him around. Digs to the body.
That's not Demario's game. He's a two-fisted guy. He's going to awkwardly find his way inside, and he's just going to swing and hope he hits something.
Vargas gaining confidence here in round 3 despite that flash knockdown off balance. Nice left uppercut from Vargas.
This is the best way to get even. When you get dropped, hurt with a shot, start putting those paws on him. Start putting that leather on the opponent. Send a message that way. And that's what Josue Vargas is trying to do right now.
One of those situations that happens so early in the round that Vargas can theoretically still win the round if he continues to punish Demario.
Or at least get a 9-9 round.
Nice body shot from Vargas.
See, I like this adjustment right here. That's called adjustment on the fly right here by the young man Vargas. See, the thing is that he's better technically than Demario. So he's stepping to him.
This is attitude. Yeah,
taking his best,
you see and
he's coming right back.
Oh, although he got clipped there with a left hand from Demario as he was landing a shot of his own. We'll have a chance to take a look at this sloppy knockdown, but
Let me tell you something like this. You see how you get him now? Let me tell you something like this. When you got him here, that you're looking for him, you how you get him? You pop the jab. You can fake, you come to the body, you turn this way when you got him here in the ropes. Okay? You never stay in front of the fighter, right? Don't stay in front of him. Give him angles. We practice that. Sit down.
Tim, let's take a look at this knockdown.
Yeah, I got to see if this was a knockdown. I think that feet got tangled up, but if a punch lands, it is called a knockdown. See, you can see he's off balance right there. Just a poor angle he took right there, and the right hand right down the middle. Let's see. Nothing really lands. Nothing really lands, just right on the shoulder. I mean, he was off balance right there. A shot didn't really land. I mean, it wasn't on the chin. It was somewhat of a scoring blow on the shoulder, but I would have called that a slip. In my book, that's a slip.
Well, the commission just reviewed it, and there was a knockdown. Their knees did come together, Dre, but as he was coming backwards, he got caught with a little something, just enough to help push him through the ropes.
I think that was more of a slip than a jumping blow, but that's what I saw, fellas.
Yep.
But
Nice
Josue
body.
didn't complain very much, so that was also telling.
Yeah.
Maybe he did land something, or it affected him in a way that we couldn't see.
Well, fourth round.
I got you.
Looks like
I got you.
Vargas is acclimated now, and he found the key, made that adjustment in that last round when he was knocked down. The key is put the pressure, bring it to the taller, rangier fighter, get in the inside. You're better technically, block punches, and punch in between shots.
That's really the best game plan when you have a fighter who's awkward. It's easy to play his game and try to go move for move, but oftentimes it's best just to get to work. Go to work, start ripping him, try to hit him inside those awkward, wild shots, hit him down the middle, hit him around the guard to the body and to the head, and see if he can take it.
Nice right. Nice left uppercut from Vargas.
It was beautiful. Where's the second shot at though? I'm waiting for the sweeping right hook afterwards.
There's a nice quick jab from Demario.
See, Demario doesn't have the best footwork at all. His feet are all over the place. Guy look like a kickboxer, he straightens his legs all the time.
Yeah, he throws a lot of arm punches.
Stop. I got you. I got you.
Josue Vargas looks very poised tonight. Doesn't seem to be rattled in the least bit. Seems like he knows what he's here to do. Good shot.
Oh, now he gets dropped. Oh, it's a slip, though.
Now that looked more like a knockdown than a slip to me.
Sure did.
But there
we have to
was
see
a
the
tangling.
replay.
Yeah, there was a tangling of the feet. But that was more of a cleaner shot to put him down. And here, Demario gets confident and is going to try to get the real knockdown.
Watch the head. Watch the head. Watch the head.
See, the tangling of the feet is just a fundamental flaw that Vargas has. He keeps his foot on the inside, and when he tries to escape, there it is again. Keeps his foot on the inside. You can't do that. You have to keep your foot on the outside, especially when the opponent is attacking you, the orthodox fighter, because then you can't move right. Get tangled up and you trip.
And Vargas has to make up his mind to either be all the way out and box or to be all the way in. He gets caught when he's in between like this, and Demario's able to land those shots that are mid-range. Those are the shots that have given Vargas the most trouble in this fight.
All right, tonight we'll have a post-fight State of Boxing right here on ESPN+. And if last week's show was any indication, there will be no shortage of strong opinions. So we'll keep talking about Berlanga, his performance, Tim's timid comments.
And look at me, man.
Oh! Nothing timid about that knockdown from Demario.
Now that was a knockdown. Don't need a replay for that.
Come to me.
Third time that Vargas has been down. Second official knockdown for Demario. And let's see how he now responds. We saw how Jose Zepeda was able to take advantage after the knockdown. Let's see what Demario does.
Well, if Demario didn't believe he can win up to this point, he certainly believes he can win right now.
Counter right uppercut, I believe, is what did the damage, and Demario can still turn the tide of this fight in his favor.
Listen, man, at this point, it's all about concentration. Vargas can win this fight simple, just by boxing. But a little lapse in concentration, that's what can happen. He can't allow, ooh, nice left hand right there by Vargas. He cannot allow himself to get relaxed. Not 1 second in the ring with a puncher.
And part of the issue, too, is, Vargas and his father, Hilario, talked about how, that relationship is difficult. He kind of tunes out his father sometimes. And something that his father has been telling him the entire fight is you're lunging too far in when you're throwing your jab. And every time the feet have got tangled, it's because he's in that no man's land.
Yeah, the in-between place, like I talked about, that's a dangerous territory for Josue Vargas. It's almost like he's in between game plans at that point. He has a moment, a mental lapse for just a moment, and then he gets caught with a big shot.
Now he catches Demario coming in with a nice left hook.
See, it's his foot positioning. When he has his lead foot outside, he's in great position. But when it's inside, he's available for the right hand of Demario. Uppercut or straight.
The simplest tenet of unorthodox fighting a southpaw is whoever has the lead foot on the outside is going to be able to close out the exits and have the dominance, and that's why Demario has been successful, and Vargas has yet to figure it out. Nice left once again from Vargas.
See, in that time, he didn't stay at that mid-range like Dre alluded to. He smothered. That's what he did.
Uh-oh. What happened here?
Hey, Doc.
The shoulder hurt. The right shoulder is hurt.
Where's the doc at? Huh?
It's out of place, probably.
I'm good.
He says he's good.
You can't bite him.
Oh, he bit.
He bit.
He's got teeth marks on his finger. Let me tell you, it's gonna cost you a point.
What?
See, 1 point.
Wow.
Bite
You
it.
see the blood on the mouth of
1 point. Bite it.
Bro, that's a DQ, bro.
Bite it.
Biting?
There they go. He's got teeth marks
That's
on his shoulder.
bro, that's a DQ.
So let's take a look. Mike Tyson Jr. here.
good?
Going
I
for
want
the
you guys to touch it up.
Oh, nah, dog. That's a DQ.
You touch it up.
Wow.
I don't want any more of this shit. Okay?
Are you kidding
I've been
me?
there. I've been there.
Are you kidding me?
You know the worst part about it? He just threw away a 10-8 round in his favor with that point deduction.
Yeah, he's losing his composure. He's losing it. And I don't know why, because he's in the fight.
Wow. I guess we've seen it all.
Yeah, he's got, I can see teeth marks.
Bueno, bro, let me tell you something like this. First of all, you leading in with the shots. You leading with this. Why you gotta lead with the straight left? Why you gotta lead in with the straight left? That's how you got caught. You see what I'm saying? Because you leading in. Stop leading in. You're leading. You're supposed to go this way, to your right.
A lot to unpack here. The knockdown first, and then we'll look at the bite that happened here in round number 5. Tim.
should have took 2.
See both fighters posturing. Good shot right there. This is a jab, like almost like a jab and a half hook that landed right on the chin. Just boom. Demario just extended the jab, and the force of Vargas coming in caused his legs to go, and then down he went. Precise and on the money.
Now that's the good. And now here's the bite, Tim.
Man, I'm so confused right now. I mean, seen Mike Tyson do it. I've seen other guys do it, but that right there, deliberately biting him on the arm like that? Oh, no.
Touch him up.
Nah.
Fellas, I said in the last round, I've been there. Same thing happened to me in my finals fighting the Super 6 with Carl Frouch. And I looked at Steve Smolder and I said, he bit me.
Oh, my
and,
goodness.
you know, you got to pay Steve to stop a fight. Steve said, keep fighting. And I had to keep fighting. But I've been bit in a boxing ring before. It's a crazy feeling. Had to go to the hospital after to get checked out.
Get the rabies shot.
Yeah, I had to make sure I was good, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
But that spells frustration. And even though Demario's had some success, it's not the kind of success he wants.
Ooh, he hurt him once again, and Vargas wobbles backward.
He wants Vargas to stay still so he can get off and punch, and Vargas isn't cooperating fully. But Demario's in the fight. Just keep fighting the fight, and he might win.
Keep him up.
You bite somebody in a boxing ring, that just speaks to a weakness mentally. You're just mentally weak.
Man, they need to change
Just
the rule.
mentally weak.
They need to change the rule, bro. Biting somebody in the ring, you got to be kidding me. It should be an automatic DQ.
I agree with
Biting
that.
somebody.
I agree with that.
Come on.
Yes.
Vargas with a nice body work here on Demario.
It shouldn't have to be a gruesome situation before the referee stops the fight. If you bite a fighter, that's it. Fight over with.
DeMarco right now, he's weathering the storm right now. He's trying to set a trap right now. He's trying to get Josue to get comfortable, make a mistake. He wants to catch him again on the way in.
And it's going to be a tough fight to score because the round that, in the third round where Demario dropped Vargas, it was a round that Vargas went on to win. And then this one, he drops him again in the 5th, and he has a point deduction for the bite, so he gives away the only advantages he's had in the fight.
Makes no sense.
Absolutely not.
See, Vargas gets bored sometimes beating up on opponents, and he looks for power, and then when the power doesn't come, he gets discouraged, and he starts to put himself in a position, then he ultimately gets caught. He has to be okay with who he is. He's not a one-punch guy. He's an accumulative guy who lands clean, crispy shots. Be okay with that. Live there. Make your money in that place.
Ooh! Timed him with the left hook on the way in. He took it well. Vargas did, but man, right on the money.
It's good left hand from Vargas too, though. They both landed.
Six rounds in the book. And Shakur Stevenson, the newly crowned WBO Junior Lightweight Champion, is maturity, comes with fatherhood, and he's one of the best fighters in the world skill-wise, and he wants to get that win against Valdez that'll put him among the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters in the world on everybody's list. Round 7 of a scheduled 8-round fight between Josue Vargas and Nico Demario. Seen a little bit of everything. Vargas has been on the canvas twice. Demario bit him.
Oh my goodness. Demario just
crazy comeback fight for Josue Vargas. Coming off of what he just came off of against Jose Zepeda in his last fight. I know for sure his team did not see this coming.
Seems like a joke. Yeah, dude's gonna bite you. He's gonna put you on the canvas twice.
But to Josue's credit, he still seems focused. He has not been high and low with his mental space. He's been locked in no matter what's happening in this fight. He's showing me that he's resolute and he's still focused.
See that nice stiff jab from Josue Vargas. Demario looking to be awkward here, because that's the only thing that's worked for him tonight.
Well, that's who he is. That's his identity. He can't be anything but that at this point.
Nice strafing left hook to the body from Vargas.
If you're Vargas and you know that your opponent is so frustrated that he's got to bite you, it's the time to clown him even more. Stay focused, stay to your fundamentals, but it's time to turn up and let him know that I know you're frustrated and I know you're mad, and I'm gonna make you even more angry.
Well, that
hitting you and not allowing you to hit me back.
That straight left will get Demario angry, bewildered here in round 7. Nice angles from Vargas. Now he's starting to walk down Demario, but he gets clipped with a nice right uppercut.
See, it's those moments, those mental lapses, Bernardo. Those moments is what they have to correct. Why do you get hit with those kind of shots after doing beautiful work offensively? You got to get off the line safely and then reset without getting caught with that shot.
Watch your hands. Stop, stop. I got you. I got you.
And again, I think that's mental
you got to use the
more
stick.
than physical.
Can't leave it out there.
The majority of the boxing game is mental. That sets up your physical attributes to shine. And Vargas staying focused and Demario trying to catch him. He's had success twice in catching him.
Yeah, I think it's technical. I honestly think it's technical. I think it's partly mental, but I also think it's technically as well. You know, I haven't really seen a whole lot of improvement from this young man.
Nice left hand there from Josue Vargas to punctuate a good 7th round for the fighter out of the Bronx, New York. Tonight's an important night.
He's in there with a big puncher tonight, so a lot to digest and a lot of questions I have for Burchell.
Touch him up.
A lot of questions we had about Josue Vargas and how he was going to react. Dre, here as we start round 8, what do you take away so far from what Vargas has been able to do despite the flaws and going down twice?
Well, I've seen some good. I've seen more good than bad, but the bad is what, you know, the writers and everyone are going to take away, is that he went down again, and he's probably going to start hearing the whispers about his chin and can he make it, and should this be a guy that we're going to still follow. It's just the way the boxing world works. They're quick to get on board, and they're quick to hop off the wagon. He just needs to go back and continue to improve. Like Tim said, Tim hasn't seen some improvement. I have seen a little bit of improvement, but there's still a lot more improving to do. And again, I think it's more mental than physical. He has to correct those mental lapses, because that can be the difference between winning and losing.
Technically, I think he's flawed. I mean, he throws punches out from the wrong distance, leaving, and he punches wide, so he leaves himself open down the middle, and he keeps his head on the center line often. You know, southpaws, they have the advantage because they're able to use those angles. He doesn't use a whole lot of angles. He don't step around like he should, being a southpaw. That's the biggest issue I see.
But maybe not as much as he could with his ability. And I really like Josue's style. I just think that he's still trying to find himself as a professional. I mean, just a fight ago, he's in our fighter meeting saying, man, I want to get knockouts, and, you know, I got to be exciting. And it's like, you got to learn how to be exciting with your gifts, your ability, and you can't go outside of that, because if you do, bad things are going to happen. So I just think he needs to find himself and then work that skill set every single day.
And Dre,
not easy for a young fighter coming up. It's just not.
And Dre, that chin is still available. Still available.
Demario has 9
Demario's
knockouts.
looking for it.
Yeah, he's got 9 knockouts and 15 victories, so he's got a little bit of pop. He's unorthodox. He's not really a fighter that has a lot of technique, but if you make a mistake, as Vargas has made tonight, he'll make you pay.
See, like that right there.
These are the worst ones, Demario. Like I said, Bernardo, Demario's sort of the worst style to fight. He's awkward. You don't know what's coming. And he'll throw a punch from left field and land it. And it has power on it. That's a lot to deal with for 8 rounds or more.
When you're fighting guys like this, it's more about discipline. Stand behind your fundamentals and your technique. That's what it's about. Don't get ahead yourself. Let him make the mistakes, and you just be there to make him pay. That's how you beat guys like Demario.
Stop!
All right, so 8 rounds in the books. We saw a little bit of everything. We saw Jose Vargas visit the canvas twice. Demario, yeah, take a bow. Why not? You hit him in the 5th round. So
dirty fighter, man. Dirty.
We saw. Well, it's Vegas and anything goes, but what happens in Vegas will not stay in Vegas. In this case, we'll all remember what Nicolas Demario did against Josue Vargas. Yeah, check out the teeth. Tim, take us through the knockdown fest and everything we saw, starting with that 3rd round.
Look, Josue Vargas started off this fight well. You know, boxing from the outside, it was easy. He's the more technically sound fighter. But here, this knockdown right here, I thought it was a slip, but it was called a knockdown. Off balance, got hit on the shoulder, down he goes. But this knockdown right here, this is a money shot. Right over the top. You see the right hand of Josue down as he's attacking, coming forward. You see the chin exposed. You see the head right on the center line. That's what I'm talking about.
Then things got interesting, Dre.
Yeah, we see Demario frustrated. He had no other answers but to bite the right shoulder of Josue Vargas. And he didn't just take a little bite, Bernardo. He took a big bite. Like he wanted it to be known that I'm biting you with a mouthpiece in, and he still did damage, and he visibly had teeth marks in the shoulder of Josue Vargas. You can't respect that in the game. This game is tough enough as it is, and for a fighter to go that low and to bite another fighter, you lose respect.
I mean, he went McGruff on him. Took a bite out of crime.
He biting like a 2-year-old.
He didn't try to hide it either.
No, absolutely
He's
not.
biting like a 2 or 3-year-old, man. Are you serious?
All right, let's take it up to Mark Chinook for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds here inside Resorts World Event Center, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Ricardo Ocasio scores the bout 76-74. Dave Moretti scores the bout 76-74. Chris Migliori scores the bout 76-73. For your winner by unanimous decision, Josue the Prodigy Vargas.
That means that if he doesn't lose that third round probably after going down, and he doesn't have that point deduction, Demario could have had a draw tonight. What a waste.
Yes.
He was in the fight. Honestly, he was in the
Lack
fight.
of
Those
discipline.
knockdowns.
Absolutely. All right. You know who has a lot of discipline and a lot of talent? The WBO Junior Lightweight Champion, Shakur Stevenson. He's undefeated, and he's with our very own